your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Storm tracker Doppler's quiet in our neck of the woods, but if you go just to our north, Quad Cities area, they've been seeing big-time thunderstorms and hail with those storms. Some warnings have been in effect as well. Those are diving to the south and east now. The question is, will they hold together or fall apart? You can see on the northern edge, some of these storms have been weakening, and they may clip some of our northern counties here tonight. We're watching it carefully for you. It is really mild, as it has been all day, still into the mid and upper 60s and even 72 in Effingham. Now, the rain will be gone by tomorrow morning, but there's another round possible tomorrow evening, which we'll talk about, the severe weather threat, and then the much colder air that arrives after all of this. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now, from WCIA 3 News.
You're like, uh-oh, I have allergies. Don't stare at me.
A cough could have you thinking twice between the coronavirus and allergies. What health experts say you need to know to tell the difference. Plus, fireworks light up the night sky for the 4th of July, but it'll be dark for some this year.
Stay at home unless you're an essential business or activity.
And some businesses aren't following the rules. Who can and can't do curbside.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
We've got weather changes going on. It's early spring season.
She says it's that season, and right now many people are asking how to know the difference between allergies and COVID-19. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Many of you watching this right now may be sneezing or wiping your eyes, or maybe you've been doing that all day. Some of you may have thought to compare your symptoms with the symptoms of COVID-19. Today, WCIA 3's Emily Braun sought to answer some of those questions to help you have more peace of mind and keep your symptoms under control.
Just as you're familiar with flowers blooming, pollen in the air, and farmers prepping their fields, you're probably also familiar with coughing, sneezing, blowing your nose, and wiping your eyes.
Often I'll tell patients, if you didn't have allergies, you'll have them now moving to Illinois.
OSF nurse practitioner Marcia Zukowski says knowing your symptoms and managing them are always important, but especially now. There's one big difference between common allergies and COVID-19.
The key thing is you usually don't have a fever.
There are some similarities between the two as well. For example, both often come with a cough. Ask yourself how frequently you're coughing. If it's occasional and comes with sneezing, it's probably allergies. But if it's frequent and you've already tried getting rid of it,
you still have that cough despite allergies treatment, then yeah, that's a signal that, maybe COVID's going on as well.
She says to manage your symptoms, take over-the-counter allergy medications, do some nasal rinses, and drink a lot of water so it doesn't turn into something worse.
I have found that if I let things go too long and don't keep up on things, it can develop into something like bronchitis. And that's what you definitely don't want to have happen right now, just from a public perception standpoint.
For John Farney, it's about getting rid of congestion in his head before he starts turning heads.
It's kind of funny. You wouldn't ever think about it being an issue, but now in today's world and what's going on, you're like, oh, I have allergies. Don't stare at me.
If you've got allergies and you're leaving your house, health officials say it's even more important that when you reach for your keys, you also reach for your PPE. In Champaign, Emily Braun, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
There's a chart that shows key symptom differences among allergies, cold, flu, and COVID-19. We have that on our app. The state's total case number jumped again from yesterday. Today was the deadliest day in Illinois with 73 deaths. That total is now 380. We have more than 13,000 cases in the state. That's an increase of nearly 1,300 today. Macon County announced its first confirmed COVID-19 death. A man in his 80s died from complications of the virus. He lived at Fairhaven's Senior Living in Decatur, where there are 3 other new confirmed cases. The Macon County Health Department says it doesn't usually name the care facility these cases originate, but in this case, the facility wanted the community to know.
There's safety issues, there's stigmatization issues that come with the diagnosis of any communicable disease, including COVID-19. So while we are extremely transparent in every way that we can be at the health department, we also do that with the respect to the confidentiality, privacy, and safety of the people that are patients in this community.
The Macon County Public Health Department works to make sure facilities follow the latest guidelines from the Illinois Department of Public Health. For example, that proper quarantine and PPE protocol is being followed. It's also working to debunk the myths around COVID-19 as more cases come up. The Christian County Sheriff confirms a part-time cook at the Taylorville Correctional Center has contracted the virus. The sheriff says the woman wears gloves and works in the basement away from inmates at the facility. The last time she was at work was March 30th. She was diagnosed on Saturday. As the disease continues to spread, hospitals are filling up. As of today, more than 3,000 coronavirus patients are in the hospital. More than 1,000 are in intensive care. About 800 are on ventilators. 35% of the state's ICU beds are available. More than half of the ventilators are available as well. That's why the governor is working with hospitals across the state to open up more space. 600 ventilators have come from the federal government, 100 from the state of California. But the governor is reminding you the best way to stop the spread is staying at home.
Ventilators are critical tools in this fight. They can save lives, but they are not a cure. No magic quantity of ventilators will solve COVID-19 for us. No number of ventilators will make up for a person ignoring our stay-at-home order or not making their due diligence, taking their due diligence in washing their hands and the other orders that we've asked you to follow.
The governor says more than 1,000 low-risk inmates have been released from state prisons. There's a growing list of non-essential businesses violating the governor's stay-at-home order. The Champaign-Urbana Public Health District says some are still operating curbside service when they shouldn't. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen has the story.
In Champaign County, the health department has been inundated with reports of non-essential businesses breaking the law.
The staff has been dealing with them constantly. It occupies our day.
Non-essential businesses from small boutiques to big box stores are still offering curbside pickup for customers.
You know, if you're going to have other people come in so you can do curbside pickup, then we are violating the governor's executive order.
While restaurants are allowed to do this, places like Dick's Sporting Goods are not.
They're non-essential business.
Businesses that had to close their brick-and-mortar stores can still fulfill online orders from customers. We talked to one owner of a local clothing boutique who says she was unaware that curbside pickup was not allowed and would stop immediately. The Champaign-Urbana Public Health District has already served cease and desist orders to a few businesses that refuse to comply. Officials continue to ask people to abide by the stay-at-home order to prevent further spread of COVID-19. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3 News.
The city of Champaign says any business violating this order could be fined up to $750 per day. While some businesses complied, others have appealed their case to qualify as an essential business in order to remain open. A group in Springfield is helping businesses get by as they wait on state and federal loans. The Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce is giving out grants. Some business owners say that money is a relief. One owner said it allowed him to rehire an employee he let go.
I mean, meeting the payroll numbers is a huge struggle. You know, our sales are down about 80 to 82%. Even though that our payroll is down 65, 70% of normal, the sales that come in just can't make up a whole lot of that difference.
The money from the Chamber's grant is crowdsourced from Springfield area businesses and donors so far. The fund is up to $65,000. The Chamber has given out about $35,000 and plans to help as many businesses as it can. Private motor coach companies don't have as much business now with this stay-at-home order in place, but the co-owner of Peoria Charter wants to use the empty buses for good. James Wong has gone to social media with his idea to turn some of the coaches into mobile operation and COVID-19 testing centers for hospitals. Wong thinks going to possible coronavirus patients and keeping them out of medical centers is a good idea.
And so this is another way of helping with social distancing, with quarantining. And since we're putting so much emphasis on that right now, I really think that motor coaches are a great platform to do this with.
He says he's willing to drive the bus himself for free if medical centers are interested. He submitted a proposal to the CU Public Health Department. It said it was moved on to a county emergency logistics group for consideration. Two groups are working together to help those impacted. The United Way of Champaign County and the Community Foundation of East Central Illinois started a COVID-19 relief fund. They've raised almost $200,000. That money will help people in Champaign and 7 surrounding counties. The donations will be used for a variety of things from rent assistance to everyday necessities.
some smaller amounts to the local schools for little educational packets for the kids. And we're now getting requests for basic needs, food, shelter, things like that.
Regional planning in the townships are helping them collect applications for rent assistance. They'll have more information this week about how you can access those other resources. We'll have more information at WCIA.com. You can't wait to go on that date night after social distancing is lifted, how you can get a theater all to yourself. Plus, it's hard to ignore today's warm weather, but people were told to enjoy it responsibly. And another blow for Illinois basketball, what Kofi Coburn announced today on Instagram.